So what is going on, guys? My name is Zero and welcome back once again to some more Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville here today on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Battle Arena and we're actually going to see a full gameplay demonstration from the developers playing Battle Arena. Now if you don't know what Battle Arena is, where have you been? It is a 4 vs 4 round-based competitive mode which is going to be available to play on October the 1st, and I'm so excited to check this content out. If you guys do not know what is coming on October the 1st, once again, where have you been? Go check out my previous video that I put on the channel earlier today, which covers all the information we know so far about what's coming on October 1st, and let me tell you, there is a lot of content. So if you don't know everything that's coming, check out that video after this video, but hopefully you guys do enjoy it. If you're unsure what Battle Arena is, the developers will explain it as they play this game, so I cannot wait for it to release. So nonetheless, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, turn on those notifications, and hopefully you guys enjoy.
Let's actually dive into a little bit of Battle Arena here, now that we're getting the game set up.
Yeah, so we're trying to get some people in here, but in the meantime, we can kind of talk about details of the mode.
Yeah, I think, so some of the details have already been out there, so let me go over what people, I think, know. It's a 4v4 PvP mode.
Yep, that's right.
In the Thunderdome.
Yep.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's all we've really talked about so far. Yeah.
And done.
So the big thing about this mode is that it's round-based, which means that every time you hop in, you're gonna go into rounds, and each round gets you a point. The way that you win a round is by eliminating the entire enemy team, right? So this is different than a lot of our other game modes where when you get downed and aren't revived, then you respawn and just play again. When you're down, you're out, you're eliminated until the next round.
But you still have a respawn timer.
Yes, so you do still have a respawn timer, and please, everybody, revive your teammates, just in everywhere, but especially here. But yeah, so you have a revive timer, and you can be revived, but once you're out, you're out.
Yeah. I will say, though...
Oh, we're good to go. The match is starting in 1 second. There we go.
All right, well, we'll still chat. There's a little bit of animation. But the respawn timer is shorter, right?
Yeah,
yes. Okay. This is, I think, my favorite part is this little cinematic right at the start when you guys jump in, because it gives everyone a chance of having that kind of podium moment and letting you know what you're coming up against.
Yeah, so it kind of lets you show off your customizations, which is actually something we should talk about. So one of the things about this mode is that it's very fast-paced, and so you want to make sure that you have your customizations and your perks set before you enter this mode. Yeah.
So I think eagle-eyed viewers might notice that on that character select screen, you actually don't have the normal prompt going, set up your customization, set up your upgrades, and the intent there is, we don't want some people holding up the game while they're setting stuff up. So this is a great time to make use of those presets, guys. So do it before you hop in.
Yep.
And I think Rob just went down.
Grayson. It's always Grayson.
Do I just need to carry my team here? Is that how this is?
It's on you and an engineer.
See, I'm here trying to set a good example, revive my teammate. It didn't go well.
If you think about it, they had a great example because you saw how they grouped up when they were going after you. You were engaged in conversation, and so you kind of went off to the side and left your team to hang.
Let's say that.
It's okay.
Yeah, let's say that.
It's okay. But what you can see here is like you can keep spectating and seeing how it goes. Okay. Is Engineer going to carry it all the way?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
So this is one of the things is that in this situation, it's a 2v1, and that, as you can see, Engineer lost, and like that can be pretty like tough, right?
Yeah.
Especially if those two stick together. So you really want to make sure you kind of strategize and stick with your teammate.
One thing I do want to call out, you'll see now that one of the characters is X'd out.
Yes, that's right.
This is a very cool thing about this mode, and tricky as well, is once you've selected the character for a round, no longer available for the subsequent round.
Yes, that's right. So, and this happens for everybody, whether or not you win or lose. And one of the things...
Whoa.
Oh, no. Okay.
So that's an example. Like,
yes.
This is great because now the other team, the enemy team you guys are facing, is going to go full-on co-op Oaken Acorn.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
So full stack, but they can't. This is the only round they can do it.
Yeah, that's right. They can't pick these characters anymore. So we know, and actually, if we're smart, which is a big assumption, we know that in future rounds they don't have access to Oaken Acorn, right?
Yeah.
And we can kind of play around that and pick around that.
There he is. There he is. Oh.
They don't know. They
Wow,
don't know.
My aim is horrible.
Okay. All right. Oh, I see some acorns already split off.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we can do this.
So my question is, are you guys gonna try to take them all out? Okay, I see multiple split off.
Oh no.
I was gonna say,
Oh, no.
were you guys gonna try to like snipe or snipe off the acorns?
Our
or just
strategy
go?
is apparently to just lose, but you know.
You got 2 up. I think it
Yeah,
can happen.
okay, this can definitely happen still. One of the cool things about this mode, actually, so, and we might see it here, we might not, but after a certain amount of time, there's a capture point that appears in the middle, and that kind of like, you know, forces the round to end, builds tension towards it. But you see one of our players here has picked Imp, and people might be curious, like, how does that work with Imp's mech? Well, that actually kind of changes the way you play Imp, you know?
Yeah.
In a lot of other modes, people might kind of rush in there, you know, get vanquished really quickly and all that. But here you actually want to play Imp kind of like a clutch character, right? Later on in the match, as you can see here, you can call in the mech. And now this is a huge swing, right? The mech is incredibly strong, and you can take down the late game with this. Yeah.
All right, let's see how this plays out.
Look at this. The mech just does so much damage.
Yeah.
But will it be enough to
Oh,
defeat
maybe it's not.
3 other
Oh, let's see.
characters? Okay.
They split off.
Yeah.
And he abandoned the mech.
Yeah, so here you can see the capture point unlocking. Yeah, so this is
Okay.
kind of like the overtime element of this mode. There's a capture point in the middle.
Oh, he just tied it up.
Yeah, see,
1-1 now.
and this is kind of the tension we talked about that this brings. So, oh, wow,
That was close.
That was walking
was
right
very
into the
close.
sap, wasn't it?
yeah.
Oh,
yep,
okay.
Just right on his face.
Should we
That
do
was
a
great,
do an all Space Cadet?
Oh, sure, yeah, we can try that.
think-
Let's do it.
See if
Let's see. Oh, I see.
if our team's
The
paying
great
attention.
thing is you can
Yeah, there we
see
go.
what your other teammates are choosing, and so you can shoot. You can respond with your pick.
Yeah.
You know, so you can kind of have that strategy. If you see someone, like a bunch of people hop on scientists, you can be like, that's a lot of healers. Let's switch off to something
Right.
else.
Yeah, so, oh, cool customization. One of the things about this mode is that because there's a lower player count and you can see what your teammates are picking, there's a lot more emphasis on kind of strategy, and each of your decisions matters a lot, right? So here we are.
I like
as
how
a-
you didn't even hesitate on being the one to be base station.
Here we are, fully formed. And we'll try.
And this is a great example because now you can see if you have space cadets attached to the space station,
Yeah.
they can move those shields around
Oh, yeah.
independently. So they can make that choice. Oh wow, that sunflower had no chance.
Come on,
Let's see.
let's get them.
Can we-
They're on the corner. Yep, yep.
See.
I'm gonna use my miss.
There we
oh,
go.
Well, okay.
So now
apparently
you're
I'm
getting
not-
a couple of perspectives there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's just the corns now.
Yep.
Just gotta watch out for any butter beacons.
Yeah. So again, you can do this, especially if you want to coordinate with your team. But now both teams have used up our
Co-op player, co-op
characters.
characters. Yeah.
And so that's going to be one of the really interesting things about this mode as people play it and as it kind of develops. People will learn, hey, maybe you want to do this type of thing in this round, right? There's going to be a meta that develops around
Yeah,
this.
but see, I like this because like you can see the corns instead of grouping up, which makes them more susceptible
Yeah.
to all of you guys.
Yep.
They've actually gone to 2 opposite sides, and okay, well,
Yeah.
they just went down.
Well.
But you know, no, I think it was a good strategy for
Yeah.
what they were doing. I think it was a good strategy.
And by no means was it
No.
unwinnable for the
Yeah.
other side, right? They definitely could have pulled through that. I don't want to say too many things about the capabilities of the people who are
upstairs?
playing
Yeah.
rounds, but, yeah.
No, but what I think is great is like as you guys can see, you know, more and more it means you got to diversify the characters you play because
Yes.
you know, in this mode you're not just going to be able to pick the number 1 character you have.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to you know get good and diversify your skill set.
Of course, yeah. So like, and one of the things is, in a lot of other modes, you kind of charge in there and you're not entirely sure what your opponents are playing here, right? Because of these team intros, we know that the enemies are primarily melee here, right? They just have a pea shooter as their ranged class. So that kind of changes the way I'm going to approach this match as a pirate.
Oh, you're the pirate? Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm a pirate. Wow,
Oh.
apparently we're
That
just
was-
wrecking them,
that
so
was
that's pretty
real
cool.
Oh well, your all-star was just like, you know what? I know my job. And just as a note, this is on the same build as the patch next week.
Correct.
So this includes all the character changes
Yes,
and stuff
that's right.
that are coming.
Yeah, we felt that it was pretty essential to launch Battle Arena with those changes in place, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree.
Okay, let's see who's left.
it is.
Oh, it's just one piece shooter.
Oh,
got
it's,
him with bomb.
Tied it up.
Yep, we're tied up now.
So remember, this is first of 4,
yes,
guys.
first of 4. So, and that's the thing is, by the end of it, you're kind of scrapping around with like some characters that maybe you don't have the most experience with, right? And so one of the things about this mode is that it really encourages you to be good at a lot of different characters, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you play.
Hold that thought.
Yep.
One of the things I want to say, guys, is we're actually going to do a giveaway here at the end of this. So feel free to chime into chat. Let us know what you think about Battle Arena. Let us know if you think the zombies or the plants are going to win on this. It's pretty tied up. So just keep on chatting, and then we're going to go ahead and do our Founders Code giveaways at the end. So just keep on chatting, and then once we finish, and the winners are selected, stick around. I'm going to try to have the mods reach out to you, get emails, so that makes it easier. But if not, just stick around and chat for a bit after, and we'll reach out to you and get you those codes. Okay? All right, sorry, what was that, Toby?
Oh, just one of the things about this mode is that like, maybe you're playing Turf a lot, and Turf Takeover, and you like to play a certain class, and that's your main, right? And I think that's super cool, and you should be able to do that in that mode. But here, the thing that we really want to emphasize is, one of the things we really want you to do is be comfortable playing a lot of different characters, right? And part of the strategy of that is that maybe you know that you're really good with Super Brains, let's say, right? Do you want to play that early and get that early lead? Oh no.
Ah, Chopper.
Do you want to get that early lead, or do you want to save that for later and come in with a clutch character that you know that you're good at later on, right?
Well, what is your guys' strategy when you enter in? Do you start off strong, or do you just kind of play it by ear?
I usually like to play it by ear and pick to what the rest of my team is picking, right? I'll figure out, oh, maybe we don't have a good range character, so I should play that type of thing. But I do especially like playing Super Brains, so I'll hop on Super Brains if it feels like my team needs a little bit of nudge of momentum, you know?
Yeah, I see you've actually been saving Super Brains for this final push then.
Yeah.
I also have a good strategy. I'm usually the weakest person on the team, so I just pick whatever character, and then hopefully we win.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah. Notice how I'm also the first one that's been out of this game.
But you were the last one on the first game.
Was I? Oh, okay.
I think so. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. There's a play. We can run that back on the stream.
Yep, so here's the capture point. There's a Chomper against 2 zombies. These can be really tense moments, too. If that Chomper could have taken down one of those characters and chomped the other one, then that's a win, right?
Yeah.
And because that capture point is there... Oh, actually, I used Super Brains already.
Oh,
Yeah.
But because we force everybody... Well, not force, but because you're strongly incentivized, let's say, to go
if you don't hop on the point and the other team captures, then you lose.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
like... You can't just play a game of keep away at that. You know, if it's a 1 versus 1, it can be kind of easy to just run around circles on this map and stuff.
Well, Chomper is interesting too, right? Because Chomper, when you chomp someone, you can't revive that person.
Yeah,
so
that's true. And so it makes that class really powerful in this mode. But again, you can only do that one time.
Yeah.
And Chomper's vulnerability here is so much more of a liability, right?
Well, I think it's something we talked about last week was rewarding skillful play. If you know a Chomper's there, we've added that audibility.
Yep.
So you can hear when he's coming, and if you're coordinating with your team, maybe you have an engineer, or maybe you just know to stay away, or if he does chomp your teammate, make sure to hop back on that and avenge them.
Yeah.
Before he can chomp someone else.
All right. So.
All right. See, I like this. You guys are sticking together here.
Yep. Yeah, so one of the interesting things about this map, too, is that there's a lot of ways to kind of flank and juke around your opponents. So you can see here, we've ended up on the side that the plants have spawned on. So there's a lot of ways to kind of maneuver around this, and as you can see here, there's a Chomper, and we're going to take this Chomper down.
Oh, yeah.
You can't just run in there and chomp one person and think that,
And now it's just all of you versus a Rose.
That's true. Now we need to find this Rose.
Let's wait till Chomper. There we go.
Oh yeah, actually, so Rob, that's a good thing that you point out. So, because revives matter so much in this mode, one of the things you actually need to be conscious of is where have I vanquished my opponents, right?
Last thing you want is to vanquish someone, run off, and then someone sneaks in behind.
Right. Yeah.
And then revives them, and now all of a sudden it turns like you thought you were up one character, and then all of a sudden it's a 2v1 or something.
Yeah, exactly. So this mode really encourages you to pay a lot of attention to everything that's going on, right? I think that there's a place for kind of charging in there and doing your thing.
There it is.
Got it.
Ah,
Hey, that was
nice.
me.
Yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
I
Wow,
saw
good
it.
job.
Turret for the win.
I feel like that good job that I said there was very condescending.
Yeah.
And I apologize if it came off that way.
Yeah,
but
I'd
you know what? I'll take a win.
There we go.
Yep. So yeah.
And there you go.
This
So
is
first to 7, that was pretty good. We saw. Let's see. Is there anything we didn't see? No, we saw control points.
Yep.
We saw you guys holding off choke points. My favorite thing, on the zombie side to see is when we see All-Star drop down his shield on a choke point, and then see other players play around that, like either hopping in or hopping out and doing some long-range snipes and stuff like that. So that's always great. I think we're going to close off that giveaway, guys. And then, like I said, our mods will either reach out to you for email in a whisper. But if you don't get that, please stick around in chat so we can reach out to you after the stream ends. But let's see. So 4 versus 4.
Yep.
First to 4 on the rounds.
Yep.
So that's 7 rounds max. And then each time you use a character, you're no longer able to use that character again in subsequent.
Yep.
And it launches October 1st.
October 1st,
October
that's
1st.
Battle Arena. So we're excited to get this in your guys' hands. Like, I enjoy playing this mode. I think everyone enjoys playing this mode. The one thing I will say is make sure you set up your customization and your upgrades before you jump in, because otherwise you're just kind of going in, not as tough as you could be. And this is a great time to use those presets.
Yep.
Because, you can set up your presets as, preset 1 is your PvE build,
Right,
preset
that's
2
right.
is your PvP build, preset 3, Battle Arena.
Yeah. Use those presets.
Yeah.
And please revive your teammates.
Yeah. Tobin's a great proponent of that.
Yeah.
It's like he hates seeing it when people just like immediately get vanquished and then jam that respawn button.
Yeah. Or your teammates are just running past you and you're like, help.